I'm live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talking Habs, and it's the Canadiens at the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to do the first period. And yeah, let me just get set up into the actual room. Turn off my sound so that I don't hear myself talk. That's never good. So nobody's in the room yet. So good news is, well, somebody just came in. Good news is, oh, it was spinning there. Good news is Gallagher is back. Gallagher is back. So Brendan Gallagher will be slotting into his usual right wing position on the first line. I believe Kovalchuk will be playing second line right wing, maybe left wing. I imagine right wing, depending. I understand. It's not. I didn't hear confirmation that Domi and Lehkonen are playing because they have the flu. They might not be playing. I heard something about KK and Fleury not playing tonight, so I don't really know what the lineup's going to look like exactly. We're going to find out when the game starts. So let's see who's here now. Anybody here? Munib, how's it going, buddy? Hot take. Hey, hot take. How's it going? Thank you. Hey, I got monetized like a few hours ago. I want to thank you for helping me at the end there. I want to thank you. So it's a good day. It's a good day for me today. Thanks for dropping in, and it should be a good game. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm kind of all excited about it. Don't know what to do exactly, but anyway, well, I'll figure it out as I go along. Yeah, Muni, go Abs, go. With Galley back in the lineup, should be a good game. It doesn't make me think they're going to make the playoffs necessarily. Their chances are still there, but I'm just excited to see Gallagher back. I like to see the Habs win. I can't help that. I like to see them win. I think I just saw something where the percentage of the chance for them to make the playoffs is something like 1.1%. So it's not a huge chance, but listen, it could start tonight. We'll see. Apparently, Drouin is close to being ready. His wrist is a little sore. It's fully healed, but he's having, a little bit of soreness breaking it back in. And anyway, Galley's back tonight. That's the main thing. So you saw my preview I said for my keys to victory. Basically, they're going to get a boost from having Gallagher back in the lineup tonight. And that might be all they need for the keys to victory. But we'll see. And Buffalo is basically a team much like them, struggling, having problems on defense, having trouble scoring goals, because the Habs are having trouble scoring goals right now. Hopefully, with Gallagher back in the lineup, that might change. So they're very similar teams. I just think that having Gallagher in the lineup is going to give them enough of a boost to win here. Even though I did call it for a win, did I know? I think actually I did know at the preview. I had waited to put out the preview a little bit till I could hear some kind of news. And yeah. So I'm calling it 4-3 for Montreal. Oh, anybody wants to take a venture? What do you think the score is going to be? I'm calling it 4-3 Montreal with Armia, oddly enough, getting the first goal. It's too cheesy to say Gallagher's going to get the first goal. So I'm not getting any response. Am I on the air? Am I talking to myself? It says I'm on the air. Where am I now? There I am. Okay. So, I guess just nobody's here yet tonight. That's kind of odd. It would figure that I want to share all the good news that I reached my goal and got monetized and I'm happy, and then no one's in the room. Manib, what do you think the score is gonna be for the game? And who do you think gets the first Habs goal? And John, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, what do you think for the game and first goal scorer for Montreal? Because now I'm trying to think of what to say to Joey just joined us. All right, Joey. So I guess if there's only two watching and Joey and Munib are here, John must have gone. Oh well. Okay. Anyways, nice to have you in the room again, John. Joey, 4-0 Montreal all the way. Oh, you think for a shutout? I don't know about a shutout with Eichel playing. It's kind of Eichel had 4 points against us last time, so I don't know. I'd go for the shutout, but hey, why not? I'd like to see Price get another shutout. He's only got 2 this season, so it would be nice. And their goalie Hutton, who isn't their starter, but Allmark got injured, so Hutton is starting, but he's already got 2 shutouts as well. So I'd like to see Carey Price get a few more. Would be nice. It's weird. It's still showing me only 2 people in the room. Anyway, so I will entertain you. I seriously think I better start learning how to sing and dance here. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what to say. I got any news? No other real big news. I put out a video about the Habs trade rumors. So the newest rumor. Hey Lax, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So the newest rumor with Montreal is Max Domi to the Leafs for Kasperi Kapanen, which I think whoever came up with that ridiculous rumor must have seen that game where Kapanen screwed up there. It caused a penalty shot, and Domi was seen to be mouthing the words on the bench of something like, I forget what he said, but it had some swear words in it, and it wasn't very nice. So I wonder if that's where that trade rumor came along, because it doesn't make any sense, Domi to the Leafs for Kapanen. If Montreal is going to trade Domi, which I really doubt they are going to, I would think that they're going to try to get some defense. And if you're trying to get defense, I don't know that Toronto's you're the team to trade with. So big win hopefully tonight. Yeah, Lax, I hope so. I kind of really think it will be with Gallagher in the lineup. They're playing Buffalo, Buffalo needs a win as well. But I just think having Gallagher in the lineup just gives us that boost. We're very even teams. Probably the only thing separating us is they've got a Jack Eichel. We don't. Other than that, they're very even. I think they're going to win tonight. I have lately been mostly calling for the other team to win. Excuse me. But tonight, I think Montreal does win here. 5-0. Domi first goal. Well, you and Joey both think that Montreal will get a shutout tonight, and that's cool if they do. I would love to see it. I definitely would never want to turn down a shutout, that's for sure. But I just don't see it with Eichel in the lineup. But, hey, I'm sure Buffalo gets shut out every now and then. Mastering Your Dominion. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. People are starting to come in the game. I went on a little earlier than most people are used to having me on. I think that's why. I just figured, I don't know. I got monetized today, so I'm in a good mood. I thought I'd come on a little bit early and just see if we can chat some Augie. Can I check your channel out? I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody, which I definitely will, but I never remember these things, especially while I'm doing a live chat, a live stream. Do me a favor, just one of my videos, make a comment to that effect, that can you check my channel out? And while I'm checking my comments, which I do every day, I'll go at that point and check it out right away so I won't forget. That's usually the best way to do it. But don't leave the comment in this in a live stream comment section, because those I don't see very often. And if you do it while we're on the live stream, I probably won't see it. But if you leave a comment in my comment section on a video, it notifies me, and I'll definitely find it. Where am I missing now? Nice to see you too. What am I going to call you? Master. I'm going to have to call you Master. People are going to think that you're my boss or something. A win tonight would be nice. If Montreal does not go to the playoffs, the coach will probably get slacked out. I don't know about that, Joey. I don't know. I'm not so sure Julian's job is so much on the line as people think. Because I kind of think, and same for Bergevin, and I've said this in a few occasions, that I don't think Bergevin gets fired even if they miss the playoffs next year. I think they're on a path to win. They know it's going to take a certain amount of time. They have to have patience. They're doing the right things to get there. And I don't think Molson fires Bergevin unless he does something. Now, a lot of people will say he's already done stupid things. Unless he does something really stupid, like trade Max Domi to the Leafs. You know. So and as far as Julian, maybe in the off season, I don't see them firing him before the off season, and that's if that. But I could maybe see it in the off season, just not during the season. It kind of doesn't really make any sense to fire him now. Look, if you fire Julian now, you bring in a new coach. Is that going to make them make the playoffs? I don't think it does. So I don't see the benefit of doing that if they're of the mind to do it, and I don't think they are. Just call you Bert. Okay, I'm going to do my best to remember that. So if I start calling you Mastering again, just remind me. But thanks, Bert. I appreciate that. It's a lot easier. If we don't make playoffs, MB is gone. As much as I hate to say that, I don't believe that. I really don't believe MB's gone. I'm telling you, unless he really makes really dumb trade, like really lopsided trades that are obvious, I don't think he's gone. And he's not going to start doing that. So, no, I really don't agree with that. So you got to challenge me more than that, because I've said this a bunch of times. It's not like the first time I'm saying this. It seems to me that they have a set plan in mind. I don't think that anything's ever been said about how long a plan it is, and I know it's something that's started to take shape maybe 3 seasons ago, but more than likely 2 seasons ago. Because there's a story that I was told that I do believe Bergevin and Timmins came to an agreement 2 or 3 seasons ago about how they're going to do the drafting, and that Timmins would get sole control over the scouting and the decisions and making the draft, and Bergevin would concentrate on the rest of the contracts, players, stuff like that. And in those couple of years since they've had that agreement, you look at the drafting and it's been exceptional. So I just think that they have this plan, and it's going to go to a certain length of time before he's going to be in danger of being fired. That's what I think. I think maybe if you're looking at 3 or 4 years down the road and they still have not made the playoffs, then that's for sure. But I think they're realistically not expecting, or they're expecting to possibly not make the playoffs this year or next year. After that, maybe it's gloves off. I don't know what the saying is. 3 years in a row, no playoffs. Montreal fan base will go crazy. I'll admit that is true. It's a matter of the management team being able to have thick skin, have patience, and even maybe suffer at the box office a little bit before it turns around. And we'll see. But I mean, it's one of the reasons why, again, I don't think they're going to make these trades that the rumors are all about, trading Tatar, trading Petrie. I don't think so, because they want to remain competitive. They want the fans to still, watch. They want the fans not to go crazy. I think that's the route they're going to go. Go ahead, Bert. You all ears. We got still a good 5 minutes or so before the game starts. Lax is saying, I heard if we go on a win streak, we might be buyers. Even that, he said that, what was the quote I read? That they won't be buying. They won't be making any deals for any rentals. Let's put it that way. No rentals. So unless it's a deal where they get a player that they can keep, they're not buying. From Habs Hockey, I would be extremely happy to pick up Drysdale. Yeah, he's moved up in the draft. He's like at number 3 now. In the draft, number 1 defenseman there, possibly trade Petrie for someone offensive if we did. But again, he's moved up in the draft, and who's going to guarantee we're going to get 3rd overall pick? It's hard to count on that. You don't count on where you're going to just play hockey, try to win your games. That's all you can do. Excuse me. Conservative lawyer, I will show that comment. and took it away. He says, FCJ, I would be happy to see a new coach. Well, look, I tell you what, I'd say about half of the fans feel that way and half don't. It's pretty divided. But yeah, a lot of fans want to see Julian. I'm not saying one way or the other necessarily. I'm just saying I don't think they're going to fire him. So I'm not really endorsing him either way, but I don't see him being fired. What can we get from Edmonton for Petrie? From Edmonton, I think it's quite obvious. I think either Tatar or Petrie, if you're going to do either one, I think you're looking to get, for me anyway, Puljujarvi and some picks. Because I don't see, I went over their roster and their prospects. I don't see what you're going to get from them necessarily. They don't have the defense. Defense is not their strong point. That's why they'd want Petrie. So you're not getting defense from there. I would think it's Puljujarvi. But I mean, look, you trade Petrie, so you trade Petrie. You don't bring back a defense. Then now there's another hole on the defense. So for a team that wants to remain competitive, they've opened up a second hole on defense, and it doesn't make any sense. Any update on Drouin? Yeah, the update on Drouin, Lax, is that he is skating and he's practicing, but his wrist, which is, I saw just a video just before I went on air, that his wrist is fully healed. So anybody thinking that it's because they didn't fix it right or whatever, that's not the case. His wrist is fully healed. He had surgery on, it must have been tendons or something, because the movement and getting it broken back in is the only way I could think of saying it. But you got to get things stretched out and all that. So there's some swelling, there's some pain in the area. So it's going to take a week probably or so of getting it back into shape before he can play. But as far as that, he's almost ready. It's healed. He just needs to get the last little bit of kinks out. So Bert says, did you know Montreal, one pick from 2009 to 2019, are no longer with the organization? Yeah, this for me explains a lot on the team we have today. Okay, but wait a second, Bert. I'm going to challenge you to something on that. And here's my challenge. And if you want to accept it, you can. And if you don't, you don't have to. But here's my challenge. And this is a challenge to anybody out there who would say, to Bert's comment, that yeah, that's 100% right. And he's not wrong, but here's where he is wrong, in my opinion. I would challenge you to go over every single team's history of number one picks from that time frame, and then show the records and rate them and see which are the better teams and how many teams finished like Montreal, where the number one picks are not in their system, are not even playing hockey or whatever. And I challenge you, and this is why, because I believe that you will find that the majority of the NHL teams you could say the exact same thing about. So, if you want to go back to, say, the year we drafted Galchenyuk, not a good draft. Two good players really came out of that. I believe it was Morgan Riley and Philip Forsberg. Other than that, not a lot of great players came out of that. So everybody did bad. So you have to look at the draft year, the quality of the draft year, and look at everybody else too and tell me. And then I have another thing. I saw somebody on Twitter. I know the game's probably about to start, but I want to say this. And they're talking about how badly they drafted, and so basically I think, how many people say that, how badly they drafted? My challenge would be to everybody is, in the next 2 years, we monitor. I'm trying to work out a way to do this contest. As the draft is going on, when Montreal's pick comes up, everybody, whoever's in the contest, makes their pick that they would take through the whole draft. And we monitor that for the next few years and see how much better everybody else was than the Montreal Canadiens were. Just to see that, are you any better? Are they any better? Are you even? Are you know what I mean? How easy is it to just say, oh, well, I could do better? It's not. It's not. That's what I would bet. I'm going to try to work out this. I thought of it today. I want to work out this contest. Okay, let me just get my game screen up so that I can see that I'm either missing something or I'm not, because I don't really want to miss anything. if possible. Hang on a second. Up in a sec. Come on. Stop spinning. No. Okay, well, I'm going to click anyway. Okay, so I'm not missing anything, just Pierre Lebrun talking about Kotkaniemi. So I don't know, maybe Kotkaniemi's not playing tonight. I don't know what happened. I can't hear any sound, so if anybody could update me if they know, because I didn't know. I only found out a little bit before, maybe an hour before the live stream, that KK wasn't supposed to be in the lineup tonight. Joey, I agree with you. I think they're going to be a very strong contender in the next couple of years. That's why we got to be patient. Conservative lawyer, keep Petrie. I think they're going to. But I think, yeah, they need to. At least until Romanov signs, and even beyond, because Romanov's going to sign, but he's not going to be the be all and end all in his first season. It's very, very, very unlikely to be the case. So you want guys around him. You want experienced guys around him to mentor him. You need that. If you don't have that, it's going to take even longer for that group of kids that are all together, all the young guys. If it's all young guys, it's going to take that much longer for them to gel into a team that wins, because they won't know how. You need veterans to teach, not just coaches. Okay. Tavares, 2009, but there's only one Tavares. I had Tavares and Hedman 1 and 2 in that year, right? So those are the two best. I'm just saying, if you go round to round, and then if you check, no, some teams obviously are going to get good guys. There's good guys out there, but not every draft year is great. Not every draft year is loaded. A lot of the draft years, if you get the top two guys are short things, it doesn't usually go much beyond that. That are sure things. And sure, there's other guys that come out, but it's almost a coin toss. You like the idea? Bert, you like the idea of that contest? I'll see if I can work out some way to do it. Who's not playing tonight? Yeah, KK. I don't think KK's not playing tonight, apparently. I don't know why. Red Rock. Go Habs, go. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Vedum? I'm not sure. Do I like Tatar? Yeah, of course I like Tatar. He's our leading goal scorer. He's a really good hockey player in his prime. There's not a lot not to like about him. He could take a few less penalties. He's a healthy scratch tonight. Yeah, I can't figure out why. Maybe they're showcasing somebody or a couple of guys. This is the time you might want to showcase some guys. And then once that's done, then you don't play them again. Nolan, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I got my monetization today, Nolan. It came in already. That's why you can see the dollar sign down there. Yeah, I'll try to work it out, Bert. I just don't know how. Anyway, game just started, so I got about almost 30 seconds in. So let's see how this game goes. I'm hoping for a good, exciting one and a good result. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I can't show it. I'm really sorry that I can't show it to you. It's copyright. I wouldn't. It wouldn't do good on my channel for that. I don't know if anybody really shows the game like that. But if you want to talk hockey and whatever, yeah, we're always here. Every game, first period, I'm on the air. But yeah, we love Thomas Tatar here. And we're hoping he does not get traded away. He is minus 11 on the season. Yeah, I get it. But I think that one of the problems with KK is they're not playing him enough. It's all this up and down, up and down. Just put him out there and let him play. You live with his mistakes. That's how a guy learns. Or else literally send him to Laval. If that's the case, he needs to play. So I don't agree with Julian on that scale. Yeah, I just missed all the lines. I didn't see who's playing together. Let's see on defense. So we got Kulak and Petrie, and Mete and Scandella. I don't know why Fleury's not playing. Again, he's got to play. Hang on, I just got a notification in front of that. Any tips where to watch for free? Like, do Americans have any? Well, you can watch where I am. I'm streaming it as well. If you want to write this down, as a matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat. So look at the chat. I'm going to enter where I'm watching it from. Except it. Oh, I know it. Yeah, I said I know it, and I'm not sure what the .net. Okay. Yeah. You can give it a try there, Vedum. I don't know if sorry if it's Vedum or Vedum. Sorry, but give it a try there. That's where I watch, and it always works well for me. Anthony, welcome in, buddy. What province in Canada produces the most hockey players in general in the NHL? Ontario by far. Ontario by far. Number one, their population is the biggest, and they've had the longest and best, I don't know the longest, but definitely the best organized minor hockey system in Canada, I believe. And yeah, so by far, Ontario. Yeah, good luck. I hope it works for you, buddy. I hope it works for you. It's Vidum. Okay, so Vidum, and if I'm not saying it right again, sorry about that. I thought it would be Vidum, but I wasn't sure. Nice that you came into the room from where you are. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, maybe I get the game back. If I get the game back up, I'll see what's going on. No goals yet. No goals yet. 2.5 minutes in. Let's hope Vidum gets his stream and he can watch. Well, I appreciate that, Vidum, for the subscribe. The word's not coming out tonight, guys. Sorry. Thanks, Vidum, for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Anytime. I do every game first the first period. It does a good job of developing minor hockey players. I'm not saying they don't do a good job, but look at the population difference. So it's not going to be Nova Scotia. But for the most population, it's Ontario, and they do have one of the best development programs, or whatever you call it. Oh yeah, I'm a long time big Habs fan. 50 years now. Sweden is 5 million in population. Finland 3 million. Russia 150 million. Canada 34 million, and USA 334 million. But see, but if for Canada, Ontario has the largest population, I do believe, and they also at one time did have the best minor hockey league system in Canada. It's been a long time since that time, but they did at one time, and yeah. Where is Moose Jaw? That's not in Ontario. Moose Jaw, I want to say in Saskatchewan. That's the right one. Manitoba. Moose Jaw, Manitoba. Moose Jaw, Manitoba. Maybe it's Manitoba. One of the two. It's a prairie town. It's a cool name, though, for a town, Moose Jaw. Where you live? Moose Jaw. I like that. I've always liked Moose Jaw, the name. Vidum, it's not that popular in Slovakia. You can't even watch it on TV because there are no channels for it. Well, I can get that, I guess. But you got a lot of good Slovak players. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not to the same to the same extent. Look, it's Canada's national game, so yeah. Saskatchewan, I got it right the first time. But that should help you if it works for you. I watch all my games there. It always works well. So that site is a really good site. Knock wood, it doesn't go away. Most popular is Chara. Okay, so Chara. Now, gotta say, my least popular. I don't like Zdeno Chara, but that's because of something he did to one of Canadiens players a while back. Not my, and he's a Boston Bruin, so Montreal Canadiens fans are not usually big Boston Bruins fans. But other than that, you've got some really good Slovak players. And yes, Chara is one of them, just I don't like him. Buffalo, New Jersey sweater. Yeah, they're wearing their golden ones. Yeah. It's got that golden frill around it. I don't know what it is exactly. Apparently, people really like it. I've seen it. I think I have the logo. I've used it in a couple of my videos when they've played with that golden look. Yeah, Tatar, right? Tatar is the same as Chara. The tuna. We love tuna here. Oh, is that what it's for 50 years? Yeah, I guess 50 is golden, right? It's the golden anniversary. So yeah, 50 years. So what are we? So there were 69. I don't know why I always think Buffalo was in 72. I don't know why. I always think that. Vishnovsky. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think of his first name. Um, yeah, I see. Up until I have this channel, I mostly just watch Habs games, Montreal Canadiens games, and it's just starting now to watch. But I know, was it Igor? No, what was his first name? Vishnovsky. I know the name and everything, but just I can't bring a face to him. When you look at teams in the NHL, who do you think has the most success when it comes to developing certain hockey players from certain countries such as Russia, Sweden, US, Canada? I think that it's a cyclical thing, so it could be different. But I know Detroit was definitely known for having the developing Russian players, especially when Scotty Bowman was there. And they had that one line. All five guys used to go out at once. So the three forwards and the two ends were one line. So I know for Detroit, it's Russians. I can't think of any other. I mean, Carolina's got a. Does Carolina have a bunch of Finns? Montreal's starting to be known for the Finnish players. There's a couple of teams like that. So I don't know. I can't think of anything other than that Detroit used to be known for the Russian players. If anybody has any answer to that, by the way, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Sweden and Vancouver, so it's Sweden. I thought it was. I was thinking Finnish there too. No, I know Wisnowski. I just Lubomir. That's why I know the name because that's not a name you see very often. And yeah, so I know him from that. That's why I couldn't remember his first name. But yeah, Lubomir Wisnowski. He's one of those names, okay, for you because you're Slovakia. It's not weird to hear. Not that it's weird. I'm not calling your names weird, but it's unusual for us for some of these names. So they become memorable. Petrie, Ristolainen trade, maybe good. No, I don't. You'd have to have more than that, though, come back. And I don't see why you're trading Petrie to get a defenseman. I don't know. If you're just looking for a new face and it's sexier to have a new body here in town, I mean, otherwise, why do that? Yeah. So Gislan's saying Sweden for Vancouver, they're known for that, and Detroit for the Red Army players, definitely. Vidam, we have these weird letters. Okay, but when we yeah, when we see your guys' names, though, we don't see it like that though. They North Americanize it for us, so it's a lot different. Sergei Makarov won Calder at 30 years old with Calgary. That's very true. He was, I believe, wasn't he like the first, maybe not the first Russian player to, but I think he was one of the first to play in North America. John, I don't have the sound on. So what would be the reason why there's so many scouts at this game in particular? I guess, though, because the upcoming trade deadline, scouts must be out all over the place, I would kind of think. But also because Montreal, it's not going to be for lack of inquiries for these players. I just don't think Montreal is going to do much. I don't think so. We'll see at the end of the deadline, but I don't think so. I want to get that bada bing. I like that. Hearing Duncan Keith and Kubalek for Domi and Petrie. It's funny because I did a video about the trade rumors. I had Kubalek. I was thinking Duncan Keith but I thought maybe he's a little too old, though. He could be one of those players that you take it that contract. So he's a little, and they throw in somebody good to sweeten it up. So I guess that's a possibility. But I had Kubalek for Petrie in my Habs trade rumors video. But I didn't have the guts, I don't think, and I don't think I said it in the video, to say that, Duncan Keith, and move a big contract. I don't think I did. I'm old. I sometimes forget what I've said. Sometimes, not often. Yeah, but I didn't have Domi in it. It was just for Petrie. Because I thought Jeff Petrie, you get Duncan Keith back, maybe he helps for a couple of years, and you get a young guy like Kubalek. So, but I did not have Domi in that. Because I don't think they're trading Domi. I don't think they're trading Domi. Are they disappointed at his production this year? Of course. But I mean, I don't think that means they're going to trade him. Anthony says I'm in casual hockey. You're a casual hockey fan. But my favorite player from the NHL of all time was Sergei Fedorov. Fedorov was a good player. They scored. Eichel, told you. Eichel. Let me unblock Habby Nation's comment. I see he swore at me. Not at me. I'm just bugging you. I know you didn't swear at me. God, now I gotta go scroll up here. I'm gonna miss some of this game. Kubalek, okay. Wait a second. I just want to say Fedorov. I have Sergei Fedorov's rookie card, his O-Pee-Chee Premier from back in the day. I've had it ever since. Back in the day, it was worth $35 in the book there. What was the guy called? I can't remember now. Beckett. And today, I don't know, is it worth $3? But I have his rookie card, the good rookie card. I even have his rookie card in the series, the Red Army series. I think was it might have been O-Pee-Chee as well. They did where he was in the Russian uniform, and so I even have that one as well. Let me see where I was. Keith much older than Petrie. No, I know that, but I'm saying Keith has that contract they'd like to get rid of, and then they throw in a Kubalek and a draft pick. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Keith is the answer or anything like that. Not at all. But if you're trading Petrie, which I don't think they should do, that's what I'm saying. Let's see what John had to say. Sabres and Habs have a lot of players that could be involved in trades. Yeah, they do. If Bergevin was smart, he would unload some players for assets, especially considering the draft is in Montreal. They have a lot of draft picks already, John. And I'll tell you, Bergevin has said he is not in the market, first of all, he's not in the market for any rentals. That's out. They want to remain competitive over the next couple of years while they reset. If they trade away Petrie and Tatar, I don't see how you remain competitive. I really don't. So I don't think that's going to be done. I just don't think so. And even Pierre LeBrun has said he doesn't think they're going to trade Tatar and Petrie unless, and I've said this too, it was before I heard LeBrun say it, unless they get one of those offers that is like, how do you turn it down? If someone wants to really overpay, I think then they consider it. Other than that, I don't think so. And yeah, they do want to get more picks. I do get that, but I don't think at the cost of mortgaging the team at all, because they do want to remain competitive because they need to sell tickets too, which is another reason why I don't think Kovalchuk goes anywhere. Kovalchuk sells tickets right now at a time when they're struggling a bit to sell tickets. And yeah. Ghislaine says Kubalik is interesting, but Domi is still unknown. Yeah, no, Domi, I didn't have him in that trade. I don't have them trading Domi. I don't think that makes any sense. Buffalo scored. Yeah, that I got. Happy Nation says Duncan Keith is shit, worse than Petrie. But I know that. I'm not saying to trade him because Keith is any good. I didn't say that. Didn't say that. It was just in the vein of taking that bad contract maybe off of Chicago, and then Chicago giving something good back with it. Let's see, Vito. To be honest, I can't watch it there because servers of the site are American, and I'm getting high response time. Sorry about that, Vito. I wish I could help. I don't have any other sites that are any good. That's really a shame. It's too bad. Jeff Fedchet, Jeff is saying that's an awful trade. Okay, just that could be an awful trade. Hang on a second. Got to scroll. I'm not watching the game because I got to scroll. Happy Nation is not in a good mood. He is swearing a lot tonight. What can I do? No, it's not that you can't say it, buddy. Don't worry, say it. But when you do, what it does is it removes it for a second. I have to approve that it goes out. So it hides it from everybody. And then I show it, which I did. I showed. You can swear. Don't worry. Lax, got to go watching the game with the wife. Oh, enjoy the game. Say hi to the wife. That's a fucking shitty trade. Thank you. But yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it is. Wayne Gretzky rookie card, $500. Yeah, I threw a few of them against the wall. No, wait, 79. I wasn't a kid. I had some. I think I just, I think I moved and never took them. They got, that's what, yeah, I had them in a box. I had some because I was recollecting back then, just to get to know some of the players I didn't know much about, the names and all that. So, yeah, but I don't have them now. Boquist would be the player I'd go after from Chicago. My only concern about Boquist is because I thought of him, is that why hasn't he made the team already? So maybe there's a problem there. John is saying, well, they can trade their depth players and rentals, is what I'm saying. Oh, their depth players. That's why I think if they're selling, you're going to see Thompson, Cousins, Wheel, Kulak. I could maybe see Mete getting involved in a trade. I could, but I don't think it's any of the big guys. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, the fringe guys, you got to move them. You need to make some room here for other guys. So yeah, definitely. But rentals, he said he's not going out and acquiring any rentals. Happy Nation loves a player. He loves Covey. All right. Now I'm just bugging you out there. No, hey, Happy Nation, go ahead. I'm not telling you to stop at all. I'm just having fun. That's all. Don't worry. Well, Lax, tell her thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Vita, worst thing about your stream for me is that I don't understand like half of things you talk about because English is not my native language. Well, you type pretty good for it. The more you hang out, the more you'll get better at English. And you can tell by the way I'm speaking, my English isn't very good either. Yeah. But no, I get that, Vitam. But yeah, the more you hang out, the more, the better you'll get at it. Happy Nation. No, and if you do ever want to be a mod, I would give you the mod. Yeah, I would give it to you. Anthony Manzano. Head to head, I was reading an article, or I don't know what the HTH is exactly. I was reading an article recently talking about Alexander Ovechkin, saying that he's on pace to be the one to pass Wayne Gretzky for the most goals in NHL history. He can make it. It's a matter of how long he can keep up this pace. He needs to go another like 4.5 seasons. Jeff saying he's QB on the power play and on the first pair. Okay, so yeah, no, I thought of Boquist, but I was thinking that he hadn't made the team yet, and I was wondering why. Trade rentals, not acquired. That's 100%. They can't afford to acquire any. They don't need to acquire any rentals. Good night, Lax. Thanks again for coming in, buddy. Yeah, John, if he plays till 40, but a lot of things can happen. I think he can make it, Ovi, but at his age, it takes one bad injury and it throws it off. But if anybody has the opportunity, or if anybody's really going to be able to in the next 10 years, is going to be Ovi. I think he's going to make the best run at it he can. I like Covey a lot. I'm happy they picked him up. I hope he stays and brings us a cup next year. Yeah, me too. I kind of do. I think Covey could be that bridge till Caulfield gets here, settles in, and gives us that elite shot again. He's got that elite shot. Maybe he doesn't have it every single game, but I think he's done well here. He's fit in. I'd like to see them sign him for next year. Oh, I should know that since you're here, John. I'm thinking hockey pools and head to head, and because that makes me just think I forgot to set my lineup for tonight, and all three of my. Oh well, I'll do bad. What are you gonna do? Okay, sorry about that, John. No disrespect. I feel bad now. World Juniors, maybe. Oh, I got lost now. What were you asking? Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. I gotta go back and find it. Oh, I'm not sure what I said. I apologize. Vitam, with Americans, it's not that hard to understand, but people from the UK, their English is weird. But in Canada, we're not that much different than Americans, though. Maybe a little bit, but not that much different, though, I find. But you're right. We have more of the English from England type of uh, pronunciations or spellings. It's fun. Now, if you're saying that they're talking too fast, and when you hear them, feels like they're not talking whole words. I find that of Americans that they talk really fast and loud, very loud. Okay, thanks, John. Maybe the problem is here in Canada, too many people doing a little cocaine and talking. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. Rank your top hockey leagues around the world, both professional and minor league, as well as Pee Wee. What? Are you serious? I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, come on. NHL, AHL, KHL, OHL, QMJHL. I don't know. Come on. Um, I watch the NHL. I don't really watch any other leagues. So, Happy Nation, does Hot Take Hockey talk about the Habs? Sometimes, actually, he just did a video about the Tatar trade possibilities. Yeah, he's in the a Habs live stream. He's talking about Habs, but yeah, he does. He does the whole league. And he's a Leafs fan by family. He says it comes through his family, like mine comes through my family and my situation of living in Montreal. But he does mostly the league, where I do only Habs. But yeah, he's a Habs fan to some extent. That's very true, John. Not a lot of people do Habs. It shocks me that I've been told I'm one of the only ones doing on a daily basis covering the Habs. There are a lot of other people that somewhat cover the Habs, and it shocks me that I started only last year. I started, I think, a couple of months after you. I think you said in August. I started December of 2018, and that nobody else was doing. I would have thought there's 10 other people doing the Habs. I lucked in. So yeah, but that's right. John does Habs probably more than the hockey guy does, and the hockey guy doesn't. He does Habs sometimes. Oh, definitely. Oh, I forgot to say that. Sorry. John is getting close to 10,000 subscribers. Anybody who's in here right now, if you haven't subscribed to Hot Take Hockey, please head over there and subscribe. He's got a great channel. Does lots of live streams, all kinds of videos. Head over there, check him out. Please give him a subscribe and help him get to 10,000. He did that for me to get me up to 1,000. I didn't know that you are from Canada. Yeah, I'm in the home city of Montreal for the Habs. That's why I'm such a big Habs fan, Montreal Canadiens fan. So yeah, I'm in Montreal, in the great city of Montreal. Although I am a dual citizen, I am an American. I was born there to Canadian parents who then moved back to Canada, and I've been here ever since. And so I'm Canadian and American. But I mean, I'm only born there. I'm Canadian. Just happened to be born there. It gave me citizenship. John, soon to be 32 teams. Here's a question for you. What do you think of the rumor that Seattle's going to call their team the Kraken? Does that make any sense? Because I heard that's the I don't know if it's like one of those bullshit rumors or not. Venom, I do get that. For him, we're all Americans, except we're the polite Americans, Venom. We're all North Americans, yes, but we're the polite Americans here in Canada. Sorry, Anthony. I think Anthony's from Philadelphia. Don't tell Anthony I said that. Anthony, I can actually do that. Habs come from the term les habitants, uh, which is I don't. What does it mean? The inhabitants. So les habitants, and it became the Habs. So it's a French. It was the French way of calling the team. So from les habitants, it became the Habs, and that stuck. Um, yeah, John, he is a bit crazy, but he's a good subscriber. He is good, but he's going to give you comments that you might have to like print them out and read them. No, I'm joking. But he does like his long comments, but they're all very interesting. I don't even know, is the game still on? I haven't had it up at all. 3:47 to go from it's still 1-0 Buffalo. Montreal not having they're on the power play. They're being outshot. Jeff, maybe making a trip up before the end of the season. Tickets are easy to get right now. Yeah, and if they fall farther out, they will be easy. I know I'm thinking of doing a summertime meetup. Not sure exactly when, so I hope people can make it. I'm not asking anybody to drive up from Nova Scotia though. And maybe, if possible, maybe I doubt I can do it by April, but uh, Anthony is American from Philadelphia. Anthony is one of my Philadelphia subscribers, and yeah, I love having fans from other fan bases to be in here, and we get to hear different points of view, and it's what I think makes the channel even more fun. And then we get to each bust each other's chops on how bad the other's team is and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but the Flying Frenchman was a made up name. It wasn't actually. There's a my buddy Patty Mack, who's going to be my co-host on the podcast, was telling me just the other day how the Flying Frenchman came about. I don't remember, but I'm going to try to get that story again, write it down, and because the Flying Frenchman was a made up name. It wasn't. It was for marketing. It was more for marketing than anything else. And Les Habitants is how the Habs came about. The Habs is short for Les Habitants. And that one, just Google that. That's easy to find out. Yeah, I said North America. We're all North Americans. Just that the ones that are south of us here, we're the nicer ones. But don't tell Anthony. We don't want him to know that we're nicer up here. I've been living in Montreal since 1967, July. What was the day? July 2nd, 1967. So yes, I've been here for however many Stanley Cups. I think it's been 8. It might be 9 since then, but I don't remember the early ones. But I've been aware of and around for 8 Stanley Cups. Other was Les Tricolores. Well, Les Tricolores for the red, white, and blue. Bleu, blanc, rouge, red, white, and blue, Les Tricolores. La Saint Flanelle, that one I have not heard. That's a good one. I have not heard La Saint Flanelle. Yeah, Bleu, blanc, rouge. That's what I use in my videos for your daily fix of Bleu, blanc, rouge. That's where it comes from. So less than a minute left for the period. 1-0 Buffalo. I was hoping for better than that, but there's still 2 periods to go. I have no idea how the game's been going because I've been just doing this stuff. Let's see. You read my comment wrong. I'm not from Philadelphia. I'm from Florida. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were from Philadelphia. Okay, from Florida. I apologize, Anthony. I think because I do have an Anthony who's from Philadelphia, and I'm just confusing you. And I apologize. And then it's nice to know that we have a Florida Panther fan in the room. I did not know I had any Florida Panther fans. So, hey, you learn something new every day, something I should have known already. Flying Frenchman, Newsy Lalonde, DJ Cannonball Petre. But listen, if you want to go back over that, check it out too. Go and look at the list of the rosters, and you'll see that they were still mostly made up of non-French players. There was never a roster where it was all French players. Is that what Habitant means? Farm workers? So there you go. The farm workers of Quebec. You heard something with Poland. I don't get why Poland. Polled Americans. And Jeff, no one is a Florida Panthers fan. It's a good thing you put the happy face. So the period's over. Buffalo ahead, 1-0. I close that up for now. Let's show Happy Nation's comment. He must have sworn. YouTube metrics like people to comment. The more words, the better. I don't actually expect people to read what I say, so I sometimes say crazy shit. It's all in good fun. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes you are, and maybe you always are. Sometimes I agree with you. Sometimes I don't. But I usually read everything. There's days when I don't have time, but I'll usually get back to it and read it later on. But yeah, you like to write. But it's okay. It's okay. It keeps me busy. I haven't been to Florida Vita since I'm a kid. Habitant comes from the word habiter, the verb habiter. Habiter means to live in some place. Well, there you go. Different meanings. We all imagine that here that Florida is like different world, and everyone wants to go there in Slovakia. It's a different world in Florida. It kind of is. It's the south part of the U.S. Just like any other country, though, I guess, different geographical areas, and it's quite different than the other places, So lax. Hopefully, second period we'll get that fucking goal. I hadn't been watching too closely, so I don't really know what's going on yet. But okay, so yeah, David, sorry you missed most of it, and we're at the end. Florida was a Spanish. Yeah, well, half of they conquered a lot of the U.S. Okay, so I'm down at the end of the comments. It is the end of the first period. I'm going to call it a live stream so I can get ready to watch the rest of the game and so I can do my review video. I want to thank everybody. Vidam, new guy from Slovakia. Welcome him. Hopefully he'll be back in. Just in case you forgot, I'm here for every first period of every game. The odd one I miss because I'm either sick or the odd time I can't do it, but in general, every game. And yeah, hope to see you again. And thanks for subscribing. And everybody else who's in, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. My first day as a monetized YouTuber. Hopefully I'll celebrate somehow. So thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it. See you on Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure how I'm handling Saturday. It's a 1 o'clock start, maybe 3 o'clock. I think 1, maybe 3. I'm not sure what the times are. Just look for the posting. I'll put it up before the game. I'm just not sure what time I'm coming on the air, but I'll be on before the game starts. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. John, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate again that you came in. I really do appreciate it. That's it. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the game, and I'll put my review on right after the game. Bye, y'all.